Hello everyone. In this video, I will share some useful tips and strategies to help you with your trading. If you find this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Now, I'd like to review the USDJPY chart from the past few days and discuss the outlook for the future. Before we begin, let me explain two key points about my analysis method. The first point is multi-time frame analysis. To confirm the long-term trend, I start by analyzing the weekly chart, followed by the daily 4-hour and 1-hour charts. Checking the long-term trend is essential in trading. When making an entry, I also analyze the 15-minute and 5-minute charts. Additionally, I follow Dow Theory for my analysis. To briefly explain, an uptrend is defined by higher highs and higher lows, while a downtrend is defined by lower highs and lower lows. A trend reversal occurs when this pattern breaks. If the price breaks below the most recent low after reaching a high, a downtrend begins. Let's take a look at the USDJPY chart and break down the current price action. We'll start with the weekly chart. Last week, the pair formed a solid bearish candle with very small wicks, marking the third consecutive week of declines. This week is currently forming another bearish candle, and the key question is whether we'll see a fourth straight week of decline or if a corrective move will begin. Next, let's move to the 1-hour chart. The yellow vertical line marks the start of the trading week on Monday. Since the open, price has dropped cleanly down to the weekly support level, highlighted here in purple. In our previous video, we pointed out the lower highs and potential stop-loss triggers from short-term buyers, suggesting an increased probability of further downside. If you haven't seen that video yet, you'll find the link in the description. Make sure to check it out. Currently, the price is approaching a key support level on the weekly chart. This is a significant decision point. Will the level hold and trigger a rebound, or will it break? It's important to closely watch the price action here. Let's now return to the weekly chart for a broader market overview. The purple line marks the key swing low. Since this level hasn't been broken, the overall trend on the weekly time frame remains bullish. However, considering the deep corrective move and the failure to set a new high, we can infer that selling pressure is increasing. Looking ahead, two scenarios are possible on the weekly chart: a three-wave corrective decline or a reversal to resume the uptrend. If the three-wave pattern completes, the next resistance to watch is this level. It's the projected target of an N-wave move and a zone where price has previously reacted. Now let's examine the daily chart. We're clearly in a downtrend within this broader wave. The most recent swing high is marked here. With two strong bearish candles appearing back-to-back, selling pressure is still dominant and the downtrend continues. Since we're dealing with a key weekly level, even if we see breaks on the 1-hour or 4-hour chart, they may end up as wicks on the daily or weekly candles, meaning they wouldn't be considered true breakouts. Be cautious here. Now to the 4-hour chart. We're also in a clear downtrend here. The most recent swing high is marked as well. As long as price stays below this level, we'll continue to treat the 4-hour chart as bearish. In summary, the weekly chart lacks clear direction for now, but the daily and 4-hour charts both remain in strong downtrends. We can also draw a descending channel like this. Because of the strong downside movement, the channel needed to be adjusted. Price is now near the lower boundary of this channel. Just a reminder, channel lines can differ slightly depending on your broker or charting style, so use them as a general guide rather than an exact tool. Now let's walk through some potential future scenarios. First, let's consider the bearish scenario. Price has already reached a key resistance zone on the weekly chart and has formed a potential head and shoulders pattern, indicating strong selling pressure. The initial downside target has already been hit, and with the possibility of a pullback now in play, this is not a great place for aggressive short entries. If you're considering shorting, it's better to wait until price pulls back to at least the 4-hour swing high area or the top of the descending channel. Once there, look for confirmation of a trend continuation on lower time frames before entering. If price breaks above the 4-hour swing high, watch closely how it behaves at the upper edge of the channel. Also, keep an eye on whether the former resistance turns into support. If it holds and price begins to move upward, it might be wise to pause on selling. On the other hand, if it fails to hold and price drops again, monitor the lower time frames for a renewed selling opportunity. Next, let's consider the bullish scenario. If you're looking to buy, the most reasonable approach would be to wait for a confirmed rebound off the current weekly support zone. In that case, make sure to confirm a trend reversal on a lower time frame. At minimum, you'll want to see a bullish reversal on the 1-hour chart, followed by some support forming. However, as we mentioned in the bearish scenario, both the daily and 4-hour charts are still in a downtrend. So there's always the risk of another leg down. There's also a descending trend line on the 1-hour chart, which price would ideally need to break above before a buy entry becomes valid. Don't assume it'll bounce off this level. There's always a chance it continues lower, so be prepared for both outcomes. Only consider a long position once you see a clear lower timeframe reversal and you're confident that the risk is within your acceptable limits. If the downtrend continues and the weekly support gets broken decisively, the next downside target would be the projected N-wave level. Just like with any entry, avoid jumping in immediately. Wait for signs of a reversal or confirmation through price action on the lower timeframes before taking a position. How did you find today's analysis? If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I hope your trades go smoothly and successfully. Best of luck.